As soon as I start streaming, Loki starts scratching on the scratcher. Um, this has been kind of a weird weekend. It's out of the norm, like the whole thing, pretty much. Um, but I am. Ooh, I don't know what I did there. Did I delete it? Doesn't matter. Okay. Sophie, what's up? I didn't want to like make an announcement saying I'm going to stream because I wasn't really planning on streaming today. But I have a lot of editing to get caught up on. I literally did I like wrote my homework assignment my homework assignment. Sorry, you're cracking me up. I wrote my marketing paper on the train yesterday in the bathtub and on the train, and then submitted it at the station while waiting for my friend. Yesterday I did my first modeling rehearsal for like a actual like runway show, which I have no idea how life took me in this direction. So I'm just embracing it. But I feel like I'm juggling a lot at once in a sense, and I'm sure there's people that do more, but you know, I didn't expect to be in this situation for sure. I actually plan on showing you guys the behind the scenes, some of the behind the scenes from the modeling stuff. But well, yesterday I did like a 4-hour modeling practice in heels, like learning how to walk from a professional model, which was really, really an interesting way to spend the weekend. It was actually a lot more fun than I thought it would be. Yeah, so that was fun. My teacher was very, very nice. Like I could spend the entire stream saying nice things about her because like a lot of times when you meet people that are really talented or good at something, they kind of have like this like I'm bestowing my time on you peasants, like you better get it right, like kind of like bad vibes. And she was like the opposite of that. So patient, so nice, like really good at like giving positive feedback. She would go back and give examples so many times. Yeah, she was like nothing like you would expect for like a professional model who's been in like Vogue work. Like I don't know if she did a cover or she did a show for Vogue. But she's worked with Vogue before, she's a professional model, but she's so down to earth, really patient. And she was like willing to explain things in different ways. Like if you didn't get it the first time, she'd be like, okay, well, what about posing it like this and stuff. She's so nice. So that was fun. I went to a nomikai, which is like a Japanese after work drinking party. That was interesting. It was fun to spend time with some of my coworkers that I have a good like working relationship with outside of work. And see people kind of like being less serious when it's outside of the office. So that was fun. And I'm editing again whilst doing this. And the other thing I'm trying to do. Hi, how you doing? Welcome back. The other thing I'm doing is I have another craft project for Halloween. I don't want to tell you guys what I am making, so maybe you guys can guess. But this is the start of it. You can still go to bed. I'm not trying to keep you awake. So I'm going to put this plastic inside of this. I would love it if you guys can guess what I'm making. Or trying to make. I'm not going to tell you. And the other thing I have for it, hold on. Yeah, detective mode activated. This is part of the costume. Ooh. Oh, it flashes. I did not know it could do that. That is dope. Oh, this is the way I'm going to do it for sure. This is going to work best. I did not know it would do that. All right, how do I turn it off? Perfect. Sorry. Everybody's eyes. I'm sorry. My bad. Uh, I did not know it could do that. And like it was very, very cheap. I went to Daiso to get all I know, right? Some of the people that just joined the stream were like, you know what? There's bright lights flashing. There's a lot going. I know, right? The light sing round world. I got this. It's a Japanese product, but I'm pretty sure the design is familiar. It's glue. It's like the super glue stuff. And it has one of those neat lids where it punches a hole with the lid. You can't really see it well, but there's like a twinky thing. So the plan is, oh my gosh, I'm so happy to see you. I am trying to multitask right now, FYI. I am trying to craft and edit at the same time. But the thing is, this video is like 47 minutes long. I'm kind of thinking about leaving it at like 40 some minutes long. But I really don't want to do that. I want to cut it down to at least 30 minutes. And then if you want to see the whole hour and 30 minutes, then you guys can watch it on Patreon or something. But like, I just feel like for YouTube, an hour and 30 minutes is a long time. The cat in the box. Actually, the cat is not leaving the bag though, because you guys have to guess what I'm making for Halloween if you want to, because I'm not telling you guys directly. So I was watching this cosplayer on Instagram. Oh, and Snitchery is back. I did not, if you guys are like OG like YouTube watchers or whatever, you probably know who she is. And she's back, and she dressed as I don't know if he's an alien or if he's like a walking poop. The like, it's pissing me off, Roger or Robert, whatever he says. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? It's a rock. Do you know what I'm talking about? Someone let me know if they know what I'm talking about. If not, I can try and find the audio for it, like look it up on like YouTube and play it in the background. Is he poop? He looks like he could be poop, but then like maybe he's an alien. I'm not sure if he's poop or an alien. But Snitchery cosplayed him, and I'm telling you, it was on point. The accuracy was insane. Let me put the lid on this because I'm not trying to just sit here and smell it. Like, that's not good. How does this lid work? That's sketchy. Guys, I have, okay. You haven't heard it? Hold on, let me find it. Let me find it because it's like a very short clip. So I'm sure, and also we're commentating over it. So I'm sure it's not going to be a copyright issue. So, but if you guys don't know the context, then like it's not funny at all. And chances are you probably have heard it, but okay, hold on. I'm gonna play the audio. Hold on. It's in my audio. Hold on. You'll recognize it. If you've heard it before, you'll recognize it. Okay. I'll just stand in front of it so you can't see it anymore. There. Have you guys heard that audio before? If you haven't, you should look it up because it's like this weird. I still do not know, is he an alien or is he a poop? Because he looks like a moving poop, but then he moves like an alien. Negative. I'm talking to everyone. You can stay and hang out. No one has to leave. I'm just chatting and editing. Yeah, I think he is maybe possibly a poop alien, but I'm not sure. He looks like one. So I'm gonna play the audio for the video that I'm working on, and I can hear it, but you guys can't because I feel like it's gonna be very distracting if you guys can hear it in the background. And I'm gonna work on this Halloween costume in the background, and hopefully it comes out good because this is the first time I've ever attempted something like this. But I'm cautiously optimistic. So there's a first time for everything. We got on the topic of I just dropped I just dropped the roll of I think this is called window tape. And I just dropped it. Womp womp. It's kind of slippery. But I'm gonna play the audio and for myself and then work on this project. In the meantime, if you guys want to guess what the costume is that I'm making, you can. Maybe in candle thing. Man. Candle thing. What you mean? Maybe I should measure this before I cut it. I'm gonna use this side to measure. Yeah. It's not a straight line, but roughly. I'll try and make it more level for the next one. Is it way too dim in here for you guys? Because I can turn the light on, but I have my little it looks like one. And he's like weirdly obsessed with this rock that's on the ground. He's like the rock is upsetting him. It's like he just picks random things to get upset about. It's very, very interesting. It's kind of mesmerizing. I also really like Rat Milton, I think he's called on Instagram. You forgot the cat's name? Which one? My cat? I have two. The fluffy white one is like over there. Yo, Moxie, come here. Moxie. She said, "Oh, I'm not getting up." I have Moxie and Loki. And Moxie is giving me the bombastic side eye, saying she just lay down and she's not getting up. But I found a new victim. Come here. Oh, come here. Loki's like 13 pounds, so there's no way I can grab him if he doesn't let me grab him. Say hi. This is Loki. He's the one you guys usually see because he always comes over to say hi. Loki. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow. Okay. Get down before you knock something down. Loki is very happy with that because he doesn't usually get to get up here with me. He gets booted because he likes to knock over everything. And I always keep the door to this area closed because he or Moxie, one of them yeeted my keyboard. I have like a lightweight computer keyboard. They yeeted my keyboard off of the desk and onto the floor. I'm very, very grateful that it wasn't my computer. But they're big enough to knock off my computer too, so they are banished. Yeah, big yeeted. It was like all the way under the desk and everything. And I was like, you know what? I can't even be mad because I was irresponsible and left the door open. But I try to always close it because If not, they're gonna do the same thing over and over again. In Texas, one time my husband went on a boys trip and he left, and I was like, oh, like I don't have anybody to hang out with, so I'm just gonna hang out like in the living room with my cats. And they got excited because usually they don't sleep in the same room, so they got excited because I was in the same room, and then they also missed my husband. And so they were like running around the house playing tag at like 4 a.m. And like I was like ignoring them. By the time I got up, they had like not only yeeted the keyboard down for the like little home office area we had, but they taken like one of the keys completely off. So there was just like a hole where like the I don't know, Z key used to be or whatever. They had removed it. So I had to go find it and put it back. But they, for some reason, they don't typically do well with electronics. So usually the rooms that have electronics in them get closed when the cats are not being supervised. Let me cut this, man. This is a lot of. I think the challenging thing for this video that I'm working on now is because my Japanese is not fluent. So like I'm going back to remove the pauses because I'm like, hold up, let me try and find a good word for this. So it has a lot of pauses. And this was like actually a very like detailed business, even though it's small, it's got like a lot to offer. I also need to do laundry after this. So that is like also on the agenda. Another cut point. Yeah, cats, laptops, and kombucha don't mix either. Oh no. I hope your kombucha and your laptop survived. You're still thinking for what the Halloween costume could be? It's not the alien poop guy. He is not green. So we can mark ourselves safe from that. Although that would actually be iconic. Because Snitchery really did a good job with that. She like basically like put like a giant stocking on her body and then like stuffed it to have the like right shape. That is crazy. She did such a good job. All right, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. I think I want to do maybe 7 just to be safe. Because I want to have enough to go all the way around the center and maybe overlap a little bit. I think that would look nice. At this point, I'm really winging it. And I'm pleasantly surprised because like all of the supplies that I have cost me like less than $20 for sure. Like all the costume supplies. I got some knickknacks for my siblings too, like when I was at the store. But like if you exclude that, like the Halloween supplies, I don't know, less than $20 for sure. And I don't know why, but lately everything's been very crowded. The store was crowded, the road was crowded. It's like everybody's like out and about right now. I don't know why. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. All right, we have 7 of the pieces of this window tape. I wish the tape itself was sticky, but unfortunately it isn't, and I couldn't find tape. I mean, I'm sure I could find it, right? Like if I ordered online, but I don't know. I'm like, this is cheap. This is right here. I don't have to wait for it. I'm pretty sure I can figure it out. I was thinking like a diamond shaped Christmas like icicle might work better, but even on like Amazon Japan, I didn't see a lot of those. Okay. Oh, this is gonna smell so bad because of the glue. What happened to the rest of the people? When I started using StreamYard, the numbers for the stream started cutting down a little bit. I don't know if StreamYard impacts whether or not people get notifications or not. And then I've also not been as consistent with streams. So I think that also might impact. But whenever I use StreamYard, it allows me to stream on both Twitch and YouTube at the same time, which is a plus. But I feel like it doesn't push my content as much on the YouTube algorithm. So it's a trade-off. Oh yeah, this is gonna smell like absolutely terrible. Your notification came out? That is good to know. That's comforting. I think also like, this is kind of like a very specific hobby, kind of like, to ask people to take time from their day to like sit and watch me craft or just chat. So I realize that people have other things besides watching me build a YouTube costume and edit. So everybody could be busy as well. Lately it's been very busy for me too. Because I was not even thinking the modeling practice would go for like 4 hours. And it went fast, but like, I was like, dang, I got here like right when it turned afternoon, and like, it's almost evening by the time I'm leaving. Ooh. Hmm. This one. I think with glue, sometimes less is more. And I'm also glad I made so many strips, because I feel like the strips are going to be needed. It's kind of hard to put them in there next to each other right away. You're getting hints as you watch. I don't want to give you a hint, because I feel like if I give you a hint, it's going to be very obvious what the costume is. I dropped the tape again. I got to cut this back too. I should probably move the glue scent away from my face. The windows are open though, so that's good. Oh, okay. I mean, so far, right? We've got this, we've got this, and we've got a light. So, like, all together, if those things were all put together, you know? Because the other thing is, like, it's so simple. It's super simple. Like, these components are the only ones I'm going to use. Well, actually, that's not true. There's one more piece, one more clue, which is this. These are pipe cleaners. But the pipe cleaners are not necessarily like a main design element. They're just as support. Actually, I feel like that, instead of being a clue, was like very much more confusing, except for the fact that like all the entire costume is right here. I feel like that is helpful. I really wish kind of that this was sticky, because I think that might make things easier. But whenever I make crafting projects, I kind of feel like sometimes the things that I like, oh, I wish it was like this, it turns out being better because it wasn't like how I would have usually had it. So sometimes when you get crafting lemons and you make lemonade, the lemonade is much better than it would have been before. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, it's so interesting because now that the weather is getting a little bit cooler, I can hear, oof, smells very strong. I can hear everybody like out and about. Like everybody's car doors opening and closing. I'm also trying to keep the glue at the top. The bird feeder is in my car right now because I need like a good spot to put it. There's an area on the fence where I could put it, but I don't want to put it there because the bird's poop is gonna go to the sidewalk where people walk, and like the sidewalk area is not, like, technically I think it's part of our property, but like I don't want to like be an inconvenience to the community as a result. So I don't know. I think I need to figure out a way to keep the birds' droppings from being problematic, and I haven't solved that yet. I think I'm gonna need to layer this, to be completely honest. But it's progressing. It's growing and it's fairly happy. Please tell me you get the reference. Because I'm gonna have to play that too. The bird feeder is waterproof. But the problem is that wherever I put it, the birds keep pooping everywhere. They love it, but they leave little presents. And their presents are very hard to clean up. Like, we have a pretty high-powered water hose, and you have to like really spray it to get it off. Or what? I just got glue on my finger. No. No. Yeah, I think it was Shark Tales too. The little shrimp guy. Oh, I don't like that. There's like a little spot where you can see the glue look. I mean, you can't really tell that well from here. But this whole thing is going to be green like this. There's so this we kind of have a backyard. Like for a house in Japan, I would say we have a backyard, but it's not like in Texas we had like a yard where there's a gate and there's grass and all of that. But here there's not, it's not really a backyard. It's like enough room for two people to walk side by side around from the back of the house. And there's no grass really. So like it wouldn't absorb up the poop discreetly. Like it would be like very evident, like there's a poop mess. Sometimes they do leave signs for bird poop at the train station and at convenience stores, especially during the summer. There's like a lot of barn swallows, I think they are. They're so pretty, and they like make nest by the convenience stores because birds are smart, like they know where the food is, so they'll make nests at like the convenience stores or by like the train stations where they know that there's going to be snacks, and then they like to build their nest like on the side of the building, so the station or shop will leave like a little sign saying like, usually they leave something really sweet, like there's like one of them said there's a bird family in progress or something like that when I translated it. I think I posted one of the ones I saw in Kamakura on the channel, so if you look through the shorts on this channel you can probably find it. So it's gonna be like this, but all green. Random words with your keyboard and increase the chat rate. It actually does boost the chat rate because like the YouTube algorithm does care about that sort of thing. So like if there's a lot of people that join the stream at once, or if there's a lot of people that are talking in the chat, even if they're just like posting random words, it boosts the stream. So thank you. Man, there's so much going on outside today. I can hear trucks going back and forth. There's a house not too far from where we live that is for sale. It's been for sale for a while, but I think they're asking for like 30 million yen for the house, which I think is worth it. But you didn't know that if you chat, it boosts the stream. Yeah, if you chat, it boosts the stream. If more people join, it boosts the stream. I think the YouTube has like a new feature on the actual YouTube videos where you can hype the video. I've heard about it, but I don't know how it works. I've never like figured out how to do it on my channel or anybody else's. I don't think I can hype anybody else's, or I don't think I can hype my own channel, but All your pets are sleeping? Mine are like, cat napping, They're not really sleeping, but they're just lounging as cats do. We got a lot going on in here. Random sentence. You guys are determined. You're like, all right, I see how this algorithm works. Let me beat the system. Yeah. I wanted to do that earlier. But not even because I was. Hold on. Where's the alien guy again? Because at one point in the video, he jumps into the fire. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it again. Hold on. Oh, his name is Marcus. Hey, whoa, get out of the fire, get out of the fire, get out of the fire, get out of the fire. Okay, pull you off. Holy shit. Marcus, what would you do if I wasn't here? I forgot the video has a fair amount of language in it, so it's not really the usual G-rated norm for the channel, but yeah. The Marcus the alien poop guy. He jumped into the fire. I don't mean to be mean, but I feel like I know some people like that, where it's like, hey, like, you okay? And then the next thing you're like, dude, really? Sometimes I can be like that too, so no tea, no shade. I feel like I need to put a weight in the bottom of this to keep all of it from rising, because the glue is like only partially holding this. Wait, huh? You 1000% lost me. We're making progress with this. Now I just have to find a way to keep it from flopping off the sides. See how it like separates from the side like that? Kind of. Like this. This one comes down. Oh, okay. Actually, speaking of light, I think I would like to try this out with the actual light. This might be the clue that you want. This might be the clue. Get it to say. What word? What are we talking about? Oh, that did not go well. It like kind of rolled up. Okay. I need this to sit and dry. Preferably need it to sit and dry upside down so the bottoms don't stick. Nope, not that one. Okay. Now can you guess? I think I need, but it's going to be like, whoa. More like this. So two of them. together. Also, I need to make the, whoa, oh, it's not the under one. I need to make the green part thicker. So this is rechargeable, which is nice, allegedly. So hope it works. I'm gonna sit this one this way and let it dry. And then add more inside. Which one? I think I need a clue. I need a clue. Are we guessing bad words now? That's my only guess. No? Okay, I need another clue. I need more clues. Fun. Like SpongeBob? See, I think my mind's in the gutter a little bit. Okay, this part I feel like I can cut that. You already said it? Sorry if I'm missing things too, because I'm kind of like looking back and forth between two screens. I think I'm going to start gluing this one. They gave me like a little spreader thing to put the glue down, but I don't think it's super helpful for this type of project. Like, I think it's going to make the mess bigger. It might be good to put on the edge, but I don't know. Yes, I am listening to the audio for video now. It's kind of a bummer because like there's some parts that I feel like, oh, I could leave that in, that could be interesting, but then all together, like the video is going to be like 40 something minutes long. So I'm like, okay, just the most interesting parts can stay, which is part of why I am doing this at the same time, because I need to listen to what I need to cut. Womp womp. It's kind of rolled up. You should go back to your game. Okay. Let me know if you figure out what it is I'm making. Because this is a clue. It's going to be like something like this. So let me know if you figured out what it is. Because I think you could be the one to solve the mystery. So let me know. Have fun. And what you want to see again? Okay, so these are the clues, right? This is the top part. Then this is going to be the same once it's done being glued. And then like that. Right? Screenshot. All right, you can screenshot, but let me know if you get a guess of what it is. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe while you're hitting the buttons. Let me know if you guess what it is I'm building. It's a very simple Halloween costume, but I've never built anything like this before, so we shall see if it works. Whoa. I actually think the materials that I have may or may not be the best ones for it, but they were affordable, and it's going to be like a one. Oh my gosh. I think that's cheating. That is kind of cheating. But let's see if Google tells you the answer. Bye. Let's see if Google has the answer or not. Let me know. Let me know if Google tells you what Google thinks I'm making. That's funny. Oh, hold on. Going off topic here. That's part of why I'm listening to the video, to see if like there's parts I can cut off. You don't have to cut too much of the video. Well, in the beginning, it was like an hour and 30 minutes long, at least. And some of it is like, you like longer videos? Okay. I will keep that in mind. The other thing for this video is it's gonna be in English and Japanese. So after I'm finished editing the video, it has to be in a format that the editing software can handle, because once it's done editing, then I am going to use a Japanese translation AI program called Nota AI to like transcribe and add transcripts and subtitles. Okay, let me take this out. That's like a good minute of talking right there that I can remove. Yeah, this video is going to be a lot of subtitles. I need to be careful not to breathe in the woo. This kind of reminds me of like WonderCon and like Comic Con and Anime Con, because like some of the costumes that people make are just incredible. And I wonder like if you know how much time that people end up spending on them, because like this is probably going to be like a couple days working on this. It needs to be done by this weekend, but I'm sure it takes months for people to finish some of the more serious costumes. And like some people are like using like metal work and like, you know, all kinds of stuff, whereas I'm just using some glue. But I'm crafty, like I wouldn't mind trying something like that. I just would need time. Because for my NPC competition, I didn't want to pay the hundreds of dollars it was going to cost to have like a designer bikini. So I did the bedazzling myself, and that took me a long time. Let's see. Cut. 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 I need to do my laundry after this. This might not be a finish in one day project either, because the glue is going to need some time to dry, which I realize. I also feel like when you rush kind of creative tasks, sometimes it can make more work, because like you rush through it trying to just like get it done, and then you're like, hold on, I could have, if I took my time, I wouldn't have to go back and fix this, you know? Uh-oh. The glue is kind of pulling. Yeah, speaking of rushing, I'm gonna let this dry for a little bit. So I think I'm gonna give that a few minutes to dry, and I'm gonna cut some more strips. This is gonna dry. I'm gonna cut some more strips and store them. These are actually, it did not go well. I'm gonna put the strips in here. What did Google say? I'm very curious. It showed you. I mean, it might be right, maybe. Where did I put my scissors? Not quite. Not quite. But I appreciate Google for trying, I guess. But sometimes Google has been right with identifying things. Because one time, whenever I went to Tokyo and I took the stream with me, there was like a robot thing that was like on the grass, and we were trying to figure out like what it was, and it turns out it was like a lawnmower, but it looked kind of like one of those like carpet cleaning Roomba robots or something, but it was for grass. And we confirmed via Google Lens. So Oh, this might actually not be a bad idea. Like once I'm done, like putting general green in there to just stuff it to give it more of like a concentrated color as opposed to gluing and gluing and gluing. That actually might work. Because my original thought process was to make it as structured as possible, but because the frame is already there, I don't think I need to do that so much. So just cutting away and multitasking. Because I'm still listening to audio and editing at the same time. Boop, boop, boop. Let's go back in time. And I'm going to cut this and put a marker. That kind of makes me think of all the things that I've dressed up as for like different, like Comic-Con or like Halloween or different costumes. I remember one time I was a pirate / ballerina. I don't remember why, but I was like a pirate with a tutu. That was fun. I dressed up as Dora the Explorer. I wish I had a picture of that costume because I had like a hot pink shirt and then some simple sneakers. And then the piece de la resistance was like the little backpack thing. Your brain is not capable of guessing the easy question. You know what? I think in this situation, okay, what I'm making is like so simple that I think it does add to the confusion. I actually honestly do think that. Because it's definitely something that's like more on the simple side. Because like think about it, right? These two together as a costume. What could it be used for? And like this is pretty much the whole costume. I mean, minus the light. I think the simplicity is what makes it confusing, to be 100% honest. Because I was trying to think of something like that I could do that would be easy and affordable. I'm not trying to spend like $300 on a costume that I'm like literally gonna wear for like 4 hours. Like, it doesn't make sense. You can hear your brother watching or playing Brain Room. There's like a screen icon that's kind of blocking part of your comment, so I'm guessing that's what you were saying. I actually think most of what I know about video games and like gamer related stuff is brain rot. You're gonna go back to trying to guess? Okay. Keep guessing. Thank you. I appreciate the good vibes. I'm sure you'll figure it out. Like when you're not thinking about it, you're gonna be like, oh, I know what she's doing. I guarantee it. When I when I need to like de-stress, I will watch Instagram sometimes. For some reason, my Instagram feed is just like nothing but silliness. Like my Instagram recommendations are very unserious. The only thing that actually I'll say there is serious stuff about is like language learning content, because I'll have some like Japanese language stuff that pops up from time to time. But other than that, it's usually very goofy or like random. And I was watching Instagram, like just like laying in bed resting. I get motion sick. Like I get car sick very easily. Yeah, I don't know why. I get motion sick. So I got car sick earlier. So I went to go lay down because I wasn't feeling well. And I started just like watching random Instagram to take my mind off of it until I felt better. And I came across this guy's Instagram account called The Friendliest Catch, I think. And he's like a crab fisherman, but like he lets a lot of the animals go, like if they're not like within the scope of his business. Like if he cannot use an animal for his business, he lets it go and he like makes sure the animal's okay and stuff. It's hard to explain. But yeah, he caught this crab and he was like, you know, rescuing it because I guess barnacles had grown on the crab, which I did not know that was like a thing where like barnacles could grow on crabs. I thought crabs were way too fast for that, so it was kind of bizarre to see. But yeah, I was like binging his stuff before before I came and started streaming. So sometimes I'll be watching some really random stuff in my own like downtime. I just need something like unserious and relaxing before I start like working on content, or after this I need to do laundry and then I need to work on school. But fortunately the class that I'm working on right now is marketing, which I really enjoy. So I've been enjoying it so far. I think the most challenging thing is going to be to have a big research paper to do. It's getting dark. It's a little bit dark. There we go. A little bit more light. Can you adjust? There we go. I'm gonna swing this way. It's only 4:26 here in Japan. And it looks like it's like 7 o'clock at night. And I could turn the light on in here and make it brighter, but I'm kind of enjoying the ambient lighting. For those who are still guessing what I'm making, we're making some progress. It's gonna be like that. This part already has like some background glued down, and then I need to, I guess I was going to glue down more strips, but now I'm thinking I might just like glue it down as like a liner and then stuff it with this. So it's like that, but this is the vibe. It's another day. It's a different day of the week. It's Sunday afternoon here, but it looks like Sunday evening. This video that I'm working on has baby goldfish, which I don't think I'd ever seen like a baby goldfish specifically until this. Whoa, someone just screamed. And my cats are sleeping through it. Yeah, everybody's like really active, like in our neighborhood right now. There's trucks driving around, people talking, real estate agents showing houses. Removing audio gaps from this video because the sound is not continuous. Which I could probably ignore, but wanting to make the video shorter. It's a message telling all the little kids to go home. It's afternoon time, go home. I think it's similar to the equivalent of the street lights coming on in the States. If you're not from the US and you're like, what is she talking about? Or if you're from some place that doesn't do that, because there might be other places that do the same thing where it's like, all right, the street lights are on, go home. Oh, that's loud. Today it's loud. Yeah, that's really loud. I don't know why that just reminded me of my very first time living in Japan, which was in Okinawa. And I remember going to, you can hear the video. That is outside. That sound is from outside. It's like an announcement that's like a reminder that, like, you know, kids should be heading home. Everyone should take care. Something like that. The video is in here. It's one of those things where the sound is not noticeable to me because I'm so used to it. It's almost like I don't know if they still do this, but I feel like in grocery stores in the States, sometimes they would make like announcements like, good evening, shoppers. If you're holiday shopping today, we have an announcement for the electronics department. Televisions are now 30% off. You know what I mean? Something like that. Like, it's like that. It's just like mentally, it's like, yeah, whatever. That happens all the time. Oh, man. That reminds me of, okay, let me go back to the Okinawa story before I forget. When I first moved to Japan, I was really surprised that like kids do a lot of things by themselves, like even like though they're pretty young. And there was like some like maybe middle school kids at McDonald's by themselves. They had like bought their food and they had their textbooks and they were studying and eating their fries. And I was like, that is so interesting. Like, I never had that experience as a little kid because like their parents were not there with them. Nobody was there with them. They just went and bought their food and then sat down as a study group and like we're eating and studying, and I thought that was so interesting to see because it's not something that I saw a lot of or that I experienced as a kid. And then the other thing is I used to work at Walmart, and hopefully for Walmart's sake they have changed this. I don't know because I don't work there anymore. But they used to have like an intercom in the store that had like a dial in password. And if you knew the password, you could make an announcement. And I don't know how the college, because the store that I worked at was in a college area. So like the college students would come in and get their groceries or some of their school supplies or just, whatever they needed. And some of them knew the passcode for the phone. I don't know how they figured it out, but I remember some of them were making some wild announcements. And I think they must have changed the password after that, or I don't know how they decreased it, but eventually they stopped doing it so frequently. But for a while, it would be like there'd be some unhinged announcements. It's like, wait, what? Like someone announced that the president was at the store, but it wasn't true. It was just like them playing with the intercom. And I was telling my coworkers here in Japan that like some of the students would also build forts behind the paper towels. Don't do this. Also, like if you're listening to this, don't do this. Don't be that person. But they would build forts in the store. I don't know how some of these people had time to do all this because like for me as a student, like I was working like usually working at least 2 jobs at one time and then going to school on top of that. So like I was running off of like Monster and like chips, which I also don't recommend, but I didn't have the energy to go to somebody else's workplace and cause an uproar because I was just trying to tread water in my own life. But it was interesting, you know what I mean? Like people do some interesting stuff. I was watching if you've seen her YouTube channel, Socially Simone, and she was talking about the pumpkin trend. There's like a TikTok trend allegedly where like people go to like Starbucks with their own pumpkin. So they buy like a little miniature Halloween fall decoration pumpkin, and then they go to Starbucks to try and get them to put coffee in it or something. And she was kind of criticizing the behavior. I think it's kind of absurd as well because somebody could have like an extremely germy pumpkin and then they want like the people that work there to take it behind the counter and put drinks in it, which I don't think is good. But I guess the moral of these stories are be like the kids in McDonald's by themselves studying, do the right thing even when nobody's watching you, ideally. All right, let's see where we're at with this video. We've been streaming for over an hour now. That's insane. Go back to this part. I can take this out. We don't need it. We're at 45 minutes now. This video that I'm editing is now 45 minutes long. I'm aiming for under 30, ideally. No. I almost edited too much. I wonder if I can put the light in the center of this. I might have to cut this back a little bit. I'm just testing. Wait. I think I cut this too far back. Where did I put the light? Oh, here it is. Okay, I think that could work. Is the battery dead? It's dead. Oh no, it's not. Okay, yeah, money. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's gonna work. Oh, I'm so excited. This is actually turning out way better than I thought it would. I gotta remember to charge this. Okay. Let me kind of start gathering this up. Just gonna go back here. Sorry, guys. Okay. I think that's as much as I am going to do for the costume today. I think I'm gonna continue on a different day because when I work on a craft project, I feel like if I really push it and like force myself to go fast through it, I either make mistakes or it kind of stops being enjoyable. So I am going to take a break from that. I'm probably gonna edit for a few more minutes if anybody wanted to say any last comments or questions, or if somebody has a guess of what I'm making. So far, nobody has figured out what I'm making. So if you think you know and you want to be the first one to guess, Well, actually, not the first one to guess, but like if you want to be the first one to guess correctly, you're more than free to try your hand. Did both the cats just wake up? Yeah, both of my cats just woke up randomly. Ooh, I almost deleted that. I need to do my laundry. I can hear like scuffling in the background, and it's my cats. I'm starting to feel today the consequences of being in heels for so long yesterday. I probably should stretch. I think that would be a wise decision. But yeah, if anybody has a guess for what I am making, please let me know. So far, I haven't had any correct guesses yet, but there's still time. Needs to be done by this weekend, so you will probably see more of this project because I do need to finish like ASAP, you know. But I think I'm going to sign out. It's really nice hanging out with you guys. This was kind of an impromptu stream. I don't think it's gonna be like an every weekend thing, but when I have time, it's nice to be able to stream kind of impromptu for a longer period of time on the weekends. Because usually I'm not as rushed when I can stream on the weekends. But today I need to do my laundry. So duty calls. And I will see you guys later, I think. So I appreciate you guys. If nobody has told you they appreciate you yet today, I appreciate you. There, I've said it. And I will see you later. Bye.